well-earned point?
Yeah, I think we've got to say so. You know, probably before the game, looking at the games we've got left, we were looking to probably try and get 3 from it. But fair play to Corby. You know, they've been under a lot of pressure at home, and only 2 wins out of the last 10 for them generally. They put a spirited performance in, and you know, the 3 goals we scored really should have won us the game. You know, you won't see 3 better goals all season. You know, the 3-4-1-2s that were put into the first one, and the chip from Philip over the keeper, then the 2 strikes that got us back into the game were fantastic. The spirit the boys showed today were phenomenal. But you know, we'll see whether a point is good enough in 2 games' time.
I guess at 3-1 down after an hour, Darren, there was only really one way to play it for the last 30 minutes.
Well, we had to have a go at them. You know, that's why we made the changes we did, to try and, you know, be positive. But you know, the players have got to react to that, and they did that fantastic. And you know, if this is the point that keeps us up, then you know, they should be really proud of the way they've worn that shirt today. They were incredible.
You always said it would go down to the last game. It's certainly looking that way.
Yeah, we knew that you know, the swings and the way that the setup's gone. Those sort of 8 or 9 teams that are in there have been beating each other, or you know, they've picked up points where people thought they wouldn't. So credit has to go to all the football clubs at the moment that are scrapping down there, because as you say, it's going to go right to the end. But you know, today we must got to take heart from that comeback and really, you know, really take that spirit into next Saturday.
I was wondering if you changed 1 or 2 things at half time, because they were getting a lot of joy down their left-hand side on that overlap in the first 25.
Well, whatever I did to change at half time didn't work, because we were 2-0 down before I could say, you know, get stuck into them. But at times like this, it can go out the window, because there's a lot of tension in the game. So I felt the first 20 minutes of the game we were a little bit sloppy, but I think that was down to nerves and tension, to be honest. Then when we passed the ball around, we got back into the game, scored a real excellent goal, and then disappointed ourselves with the 2 goals that we conceded. But you know, as we just said, to get back into the game in such fashion, and then probably for the last 5, 6, 7 minutes we were the only team looking like winning it. You know, that Corby were flat out on the backs, and we were, you know, really coming at them strong.
2 very different styles between the 2 sides as well. They were obviously very keen to get it forward early and bring the 2 frontmen into play. Yeah,
they've played like that for a while. Corby have a big centre forward that they aim things at and play off him, and you know, at times they did it really well. But we thought that if we could just play some decent football in and around their back 4, that we would create chances. And I think a little bit of more care first half, in that after we'd initially gone 1-1, got the goal back in, I think we probably should have gone 2 up. We got in some good areas and we were a little bit sloppy, and in the end that nearly cost us. You know, when you're on top in matches like that, you've got to make sure that you're clinical and you put the ball in the back of the net. And that's what's probably going to take it to the wire, is that we aren't clinical enough.
After a slow start to the second half, Mark Boyd's free kicks turned out to be the key moments of the game, really. Yeah,
it turned it on its head, didn't it? You could see them just, you know, I think they thought they were home and dry, but you know, a great free kick from Mark. Everybody, you know, at the football club knows he's got that in his locker. And it was right in the top corner. I don't think any goalkeeper was going to stop it. And then that gave them a real lift, and then, you know, the energy that they mustered and found for the last 15-20 minutes is testament to them.
And with the poor home record that Corby have got, you could feel the tension around the ground. As soon as Mark Boyd's free kick went in, they were worried they were going to lose the game, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know whether that point will be enough for Corby now. Maybe it will be, but we knew that there was going to be a lot of tension in here on the back of their record. But you know, I've got to give my players full credit now. We've got to play under the same tension in our home game next Saturday.
And it drops you down a point on goal difference, I think, but it's down to yourselves, isn't it?
Of course it is. You know, if we pick points up from the last 2 games, then we'll be fine. It's having the courage now and the bottle to accept the football under pressure. We did that really well in spells today. We've got to be positive at home next week. And likewise the crowd, they were absolutely fantastic on Monday at home. So those that are listening now, you know, if they can get themselves down there with that positive frame of mind, you know, come back today, should fill them full of hope and spirit, ready for next Saturday, because you know, they were right into that in the second half and made me proud to be in charge of them. So you know, we've got to have a positive start from the players and a positive mindset from the fans next week, and if we can pick up 3 points next week, that would be invaluable.
We should have a word about Stuart Green as well. You're really going for an extreme well as a substitute. It was a pretty rough challenge that forced him off.
Yeah, I think that could almost been a straight red itself. It skipped past him, and you know, the lad is ever so lucky to to go up to stay on the field with 4 or 5 minutes left, and what it was a key play for them in their penalty area, heading balls clear. He's a big lad, so it could have gone different ways, but referees make decisions. We can't go on about that. You know, we should have been good enough to win today, but as it was a bit nervy, a bit anxious, and we've probably lost Stuart now for the last 2 games, so that's disappointing. But you know, we've got other players there that can come in and do the job.
Distance game in hand is midweek. Do you pay any attention to that, or is it all about next Saturday now?
Well, obviously we'll have a look at that and see how they go, and you know, speak to Dawson about what Histon are going to do, etc. But really, it's about what we do next Saturday. We've got to be on the front foot throughout the game. You know, take it to them, be positive in what we do, pass the ball correctly. All these things have got to click for us next week, and hopefully we take some points and we're still alive and kicking going into Worcester.
Okay.